Motto of the Church of Thessaly is the end depends on the beginning. So I'm going to start videos with a short prayer to Hestia. A child of the immortals offers fire to the immortals. O blessed Hestia, mistress of fire and light, flesh of my soul, bring into this shrine your divine fire. Let my home partake of your wisdom, love, and power. O blessed Hestia, be welcome in my home. Sallustius. Alright, getting into full swing of things again. I am working on getting these videos recorded earlier and scheduled for release. In my last video, which I will put on the screen here, I answered common questions regarding Hellenism. Now, if you have any questions, please send them to me, and I will continue those videos as well. Also, if you do not care for the material that I'm sharing, I don't really care. The work of Sallustius was a starting point for myself and is required reading for all neophytes of the Church of Thessaly. It is my view that it helps to set a foundation and acts as a sort of catechism. If you prefer another view, that is your preference. Now, all of my social media links are in my link tree, which is in the description. This is the next video for Sallustius's work on the gods in the world, with chapter 7 discussing the nature of the world. Okay, I'm sure we've touched on this before, but we are going to discuss the arguments Sallustius gives on why it is necessary that the world is incorruptible. If the world is corruptible, then it could become better, it could become worse, or descend into complete disorder. Now, if the world were to become worse, then the creator of the world must be evil for allowing such deterioration. However, if the world were to become better, then its creator must be flawed and lack power. Otherwise, it would have been better from the start. These are the primary reasons why the world is viewed as incorruptible and consequently unbegotten, since everything that is generated is susceptible to corruption. Now we know that if humans were to go extinct, the world would begin returning to balance, and if given enough time, evidence of us being here would be lost. As much damage as we do cause to the environment, the world itself would correct it if we weren't here to interfere. The world itself exists through the goodness of the gods. As we have seen in the previous chapter in how the Olympian gods harmonize the world, for this the gods, or the divine, must also be eternally good. This allows the world to endure in the same manner that light exists with fire and the sun. Now, the gods being eternally good contradicts the more common view that the gods act as they do in their myths and exhibit the characteristics of greed, lust, envy, and all the vices that we know in our society today. Now, I've spoken about that in other videos, so that's as far as I'm going to go into it here. Now, within the world, we have two different types of bodies. Those that imitate intellect, which move in a circular manner, and those that imitate soul, which move linear in straight lines. If we look at the alchemical symbols for fire and air, we see upward-facing triangles as they move upwards. Then the alchemical symbols for water and earth, which are downward-facing triangles as they move downward. Those that revolve within a circular motion are the fixed sphere, which begins its motion from the east, and then the seven wanderers are the seven ancient planets that carry out their orbit from the west. Sallustius tells us that there are many causes for this, and that if the motion were to be more rapid, creation would then be imperfect. Now, due to there being diverse forms of motion, it is necessary that there be different natures of bodies. The celestial bodies should also not produce any of the qualities associated with the elements, as their motion is circular and the motion of the elements are that of a straight line. The celestial spheres are unique and distinct from the elements we have here on Earth. Now, contrary to the flat Earth theory, the world is spherical, as we see with the zodiac. On any sphere, the word down means towards the center. The center of a sphere is the furthest distance from every point upon the surface. This is the cause of heavy bodies to be impelled downwards and driven to the earth. It is also important to understand that any point on the sphere can be the central point on the edge of the sphere. This is one reason that magical practitioners employ magical circles. Now all things are made by the gods, disposed by intellect and animated by soul. If you go back and watch the previous video in this series, I discussed the role of the Olympian gods as the mundane gods, cosmic gods, or sublunar gods, and their role in creating, harmonizing, animating, and protecting the world. I'll put that video at the top of the screen here. As always, if you like this video, give it a share, like and subscribe so you'll know when other videos are released, and I'll see you next time.